Von Houten.
Hey, welcome to the Tony Talk Show today. We're going to turn it over to her. My name is Brian Bacchus, you're not, and that is you are.
I'm Tony Bailey. Tony Rain.
Tony ain't used to co-hosting a show like this. This is too early for her. She used to come in about 10, 15 minutes in. Or if we're just doing stuff and it ain't her day, she wait about an hour and 10 minutes and then comes in, and that's when all the crowd comes back. I've been checking out the insight. It's kind of wild. But we're going to go ahead and drop off these banners and get started with the slides for today. So today's first slide is the Builders Town Hall. That is actually tomorrow, and Tony, you're still there, so you can chime in. You're not being seen, but you can chime in on it. The website is altadena.org/Builders Town Hall. All together, you need to RSVP. And Tony, what are the numbers right now?
We are at, that's what I was literally just looking at. Last night we were at 121. So let me do a refresh because I went to the email and there's a few more orders. We're at 124.
Refresh yourself.
Yeah, so we've got 124 registered people. And then I have a builder who just emailed saying he wants to be part of the event tomorrow, but I have to let him know probably not. And then somebody
not vetted.
Channel 4, right? With NBC News, not Channel 4, it just says NBC News. So, yeah.
Oh, well, be there, be square. This is going to go down tomorrow, the Builders Town Hall, Altadena Talks Foundation first sponsored town hall, co-sponsored with Victory Bible Church. And we look like we will be doing some more after this, but we're not going to predict. We're just going to get through this one tomorrow, and we'll let you know how it went. If we get to capacity, we will be streaming it. So stay tuned for the stream. You might get that tomorrow.
We'll know then.
Exactly. So we're going to go to the next slide, and that is the LA County Household Relief Grant. It's applied now through March 12th, so you only got 5 more days to go on that. And we've been talking about this all week, so I'm pretty sure that you know the logistics on this. If it's a single person, it's $6,000. If it's a family of 2, I think or a family of 4 is $12,000. And if you got siblings, still multi-generational household is $18,000. That's up to 4 people, including dependents, minors, dependent adults, and consists of at least 3 separate generations. So your mama, your grandmama, your mama, and you, or your mama, you, and your daughter. That's how it works. So y'all know about that one. I'm going to take you back over there. The website is lacountyrelieffund.com. Please go and check that out. Now we're going to go into the disaster relief claim assistance. This has been going on every Friday. It's always Wednesdays and Fridays at the Jackie Robinson Community Center. It's across the street from Jackie Robinson Park. In case you guys don't know where that is, a lot of people from Altadena don't venture down to Pasadena too often, or they will actually take routes that they like Windsor to the freeway. They'll never see Pharaohs, ever. So I'm just telling you where it is. It's across the street from the park. And to be specific, it's across the street from the field of the park. So if you go across the street, the old post office is now a rock climbing building. You don't want to go in there unless you feel like climbing rock. Okay, and again, we have the Eden Fire critical dates. Red Cross is done, finished, kaput, out of here. We still got the SBA. That's going to be on, the deadline is March 10th, which is actually Monday. And the FEMA registration deadline is March 10th, which is actually Monday. The only thing that we're going to be talking about after Monday is the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers registration. And if you haven't done that, do that. I'm going to put all of these flyers on. I keep saying this, but I'm busy. I'm going to put all these flyers on our website so you can go there and get the information, the QR codes and all that from there. Moving on to Disaster Recovery Center new hours, Monday, February 10th. 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 days a week. Altadena DRC at 540 West Woodbury. we're not going to talk about UCLA because that's not where Altadena people are going to be going. Okay, and then we got the One Stop Permit Center that broke off from 540. They are now at 464 West Woodbury Road, Suite 210. Their operating hours are Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 8 to 1. So you want to go check out this for assistance to property owners navigating the rebuilding process, including permitting, planning, and other recovery-related services. Check that out. Altadena Community Meeting, Monday, March 10th. Join us for the latest information on recovery resources and guidance for homeowners and renters whose structures survived the Eden Fire. This is for people whose structures survived. So if your structure didn't survive, don't go to this. And we got the Beauty Bus, Wildfire Relief Pop-Up Salon, Friday, March 7th. That's 9 to 12. That's today. So go get your beauty on at the Beauty Bus. It's at the Foothill Youth Center, and we bring the gift and lift of beauty. Gift and lift of beauty to those affected by the recent fire. Now, the free services are haircuts, hairstyling, barbering, and beard trims. RSV on the link provided, and I have to take off the thing. The link's right there. So take a screenshot. I'm not going to read that out. Sorry. Eden Fire Relief, donations needed. Everything is needed except for clothing and masks. We talked about this yesterday. Donation drop-off Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 2. Distribution is on Saturday. So today is the last day to donate. They're giving it all out tomorrow between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. We got a lot of stuff happening tomorrow. It's going to be a busy Saturday. 149 South Madison Avenue, and that is sponsored by the Junior League of Pasadena. So we got the Altadena Wild Relief Skate-a-thon at SoFi. That's going to be tomorrow and Sunday. You need to RSVP for tickets. Actually, no RSVP. Just go to sunshineskatefoundation.com. Early bird pricing is probably too late to do early bird, but try to kids, $10, adults $15. Go have some fun. It's sponsored by a lot of the local people in LA to focus on Altadena. Remember, these are Altadena things that we're doing. We're not doing LA. They have their own thing. So there's going to be roller skating, live DJing performances by Debbie Allen Dance Academy, which I'm going to show that flyer in the upcoming. And community vendors will be there with concessions, face painting, and all of your things. Thank you, Marcus. Welcome. We are happy to have you here, as usual. Okay, we got the New Revelation Baptist Church is going to be sponsoring the community event Saturday, March 8th. That's tomorrow. First thing they're going to do is a gas giveaway, 7 to 9, at the mobile gas station at 15 West Woodbury. That's the one around the corner of Woodbury and Fair Oaks. That's the one where the $2 billion man won his money. So while you're in there, buy a lottery ticket. You might be the next lucky contestant. Then there's the Festival of Fun, resources 11 to 2. Car giveaways, game truck, laptop giveaways, free food and more. And then the comedy show at 2:30 to 4 p.m. Come check it out. We hope to see you there.
They're literally there 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's a long day.
Yeah, I'm glad I ain't got to deal with that. That's a lot. And nice. Speaking of Dada, which is the Debbie Allen Dance Academy, they are doing an event on March 9th from 11 to 3 at the Pasadena City College. So once again, you got something to do where you can patronize something in Pasadena. That is at the Hutto Patterson Gym, free parking. And there's the QR code. Take pictures or pause the video on the replay and get it there. And our local journalist, James Farr, has a new radio show. He's going to be doing a live in Lamert Park, Conversation Live, Altadena Rising. You can find him at James Farr Live or at KBLA 1580. That's Saturday 10 a.m. and Sunday 12 p.m. That Sunday one is the replay. He's going to be interviewing Vin Crump, civil rights attorney, and Veronica Jones, president of Altadena Historical Society. So tune into that if you can. If not, check it out on Sunday on the replay. I'll be checking out on the replay because I'll be doing something else at that moment. But I will be checking it out because we had him on the show and we want to have him back again. Okay, and mark your calendars for next Saturday, March 15th, Black Family Wellness Expo. That's at the Jackie Robinson Community Center. Again, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. There's free health screenings, free Colgate dental screenings, because, they don't want to talk about nobody else but Colgate. Colgate has always been known to get your teeth white as they can be. Workshops and resources, snacks, and community resources. We got a lot of resources in that flyer. Resources. You want to register? You're going to go to bfwellness91109 at gmail.com. That's bfwellness91109 at gmail.com. And the Union Station Homeless Services is sponsoring Eden Fire Pickup Relief. Essential items are at the USHS Adult Center on Wednesdays from 11 to 7. You can get hygiene kits, new bedding, full-size body wash, soap, shampoos, food, shelf-stable food, snacks, sack lunches for babies, diapers, wipes, and formula, and assorted gift cards. That's at 412 South Raymond Avenue, Pasadena. Wednesdays at 11 to 7. You can send an email to eatonfire@ushs.org. And again, you can get 6 loads of laundry for free done at the Fair Oaks Laundry at 1344 Fair Oaks. That's across the street from the La Perna Park and Library. You can register here at that particular link. I'm going to leave it up there for a second. Okay, that's it. Okay, now we got World Central Kitchen. And they're always serving free hot meals. The spots we've been telling you about, Sierra Madre on the east and Gordy's Garage on the west. 843 West Woodbury Road in Altadena and 611 East Sierra Madre Boulevard in Sierra Madre. Go and get your eat on. And we come to the topic of discussion that we're going to be talking about today, which is the final countdown. So we are now going to be bringing ourselves back into the mix. And Tony, I'm going to let you go ahead and take over the show, because this is the part where it's all about what we put together, and I'm sure you're going to give them a brief synopsis. When I say brief, maybe like an hour, 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, not today.
I'm messing with you.
I'm a little discombobulated today. I have a child who's sick at the hospital. I have trying to get all this stuff finalized for tomorrow. Got a call this morning that something was going on with the screen at the church, and so we may not be able to be on the stage, which is fine. We'll all be in one room. We'll still have the microphones. And so just a bunch of little this is, and then somebody that cannot come, Jasmine. So I'm redoing the flyer, doing, reorganizing who's going.
Doing what entrepreneurs do.
Exactly. So my brain is kind of all over, but I will definitely, that's why it's probably not going to be an hour, because I need to get a bunch of stuff done.
Well, Mondays and Fridays are usually the lightest days, because people are getting ready for the weekend, and they're just basically, we don't have any holidays coming up, so they're basically just probably going to enjoy the March month of holidays just to relax. Then Easter starts next month, and all of the other.
And there's like a ton of stuff happening this weekend, like the women's.
I just announced so much. I was, because normally when we're doing the slides, I'm not on. In fact, I messed up because I didn't even go over to the.
Yeah, you usually go in the green room and let Jamal announce them.
Yeah, and then I go and do the. I just started the live. We're 15 minutes in, and I just started the live on Instagram. So forgive us, folks. When the trio's not together, we become discombobulated.
We're just like, okay, what's going on?
Oh, you can see when I'm running the show by myself. Oh God, it's like I'm not even looking at the camera. I'm going, yeah, we're doing this, and we're doing, and we're going over here, and I'm trying to make my brain tell you stuff while I'm doing something else. So this side of the brain is doing all the other stuff, and this side of the brain is like, man, can you start talking to the people? In fact, I wish I could have some glasses where it could show my eyes looking at the camera while I was actually doing work. Because then that would work. You would see me going like this. And today, folks, we're going to be doing this. And then when you look around,
you know how they say it's a Murphy's Law Monday or something. That's what it feels like today. It's just Friday, so everything is like, oh, let me do this. Let me check this box. Let me make sure. Like I have to load. I've got to go to Costco later and get the waters and the chips, and then I've got to load my car up with, all the signs, the Altitude is Strong, not for sale. I'm going to take those. So if people want those tomorrow, instead of them sitting in my garage and, just like I'm going to make a checklist in a minute and check it off because I need to make sure that I have everything ready like tonight, because when I leave my house tomorrow morning at 8:30, I'm not going to be home till like 10 or so tomorrow night. So I can't afford to like forget anything because I got to go to that event tomorrow night. Right. And that's formal. So I can take clothes in the car with me because I got to change. And so my brain is literally spinning, thinking about every little detail and making sure it's right. So, but it's all good. So just again, going over for tomorrow, we will start at 11. I've got to make calls to everyone today who is coming, make sure that they're there at like 10. I was telling them, be there at 10:30, but I need to make sure people are there at 10. I need to make sure people give me their presentations today. If they have a presentation that they want shown, if they can email it to me today instead of bringing it on a thumb drive or something. Got to go over, okay, now this person's not coming. I need to make sure this person's speaking on this or, whatever. And the guy I spoke with last night, he's a developer. So what I told him, I said, that's fine. I listened to his whole thing. I said, but what I do not want is, and he's building 2 of the houses on my block back. Well, not 2 on my block, but, Oren Waters and Julia Waters and Maxine. He's building Maxine and Oren's back. And I was like, okay. And his dad lived at 203 Wapello and, all this stuff. So, I told him the whole thing. We want to make sure it's people with the heart. I said, because yes, there will be people that can afford to build back, but there will also be people that cannot afford to build back because they're uninsured or underinsured. And I want to make sure that this group of builders, we can do what we can to help those people too. And so he was like, yeah, it's bigger than the money. It's bigger than, it's literally about bringing your whole community back. He said, and I'm connected to it because my dad lived there. I was in Altadena all the time, when I was younger. So his name is Ramon and he'll be there. But I told him, I said, I want you to explain to people that though you're a developer, because he does things on a large scale. He has a steakhouse in Sherman Oaks that's tied to Dr. Dre, and one in Calabasas or something. I forgot the name of it. And he's done a bunch of like large scale stuff. He lives in Palisades. The fire got up to his backyard and touched the back of his house, but it didn't burn down. His whole block is still there, but dealing with that, like seeing the neighbors below you gone and,
like you come home to like Armageddon every day.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's worse than losing your house.
And then that survivor's guilt, and being in it and all that. So we were talking about that. We spoke for about an hour last night. So his name is Ramon. It's, what did he tell me? Precision Construction Experts, I believe it is. So I just got his license number. I just finished looking it up and his bond and all of that, verifying it. And then,
what's it called? Precision what?
Precision Construction Experts.
Oh, okay.
And he's been around. He doesn't have a website for it because it's all basically at this point. He's been around quite a long time, 25 plus years. His current license has been active since 2017. But I just looked him up. I see his bond. His insurance is $5 million instead of $1 or $2 million because that's the normal for homes. But he does a lot of commercial. Right. So what I did explain to him, I said, though you're a developer and you do a lot of commercial, I'm going to need you to make it very clear on Saturday that you are not a developer trying to come in and take land and develop condos and that kind of stuff. He said, no, it's just what the difference is when you're a developer, you tend to have a lot more resources or can get things at bigger discounts because you're buying in bulk because you're generally doing like commercial, right? So I said, okay, I'll probably have you speak to that because if somebody hears developer, they'll be like, wait a minute, automatically people think that's somebody that's going to try to come in and buy up a bunch of land and either flip it or build developments like apartments and stuff like that. And he's like, no, I know what Altadena is about and how unique it is. And I just want to be a part of helping you all, build that back, because I do know he knows all the waters, Orrin, Maxine, and Julia. And so he said he's already doing the plans for Orrin and Maxine. And I said, well, Julia didn't lose hers, but it may have to come down anyway because it got so hot, firefighters had to vent it. And I think some of the inside melted or whatever. He said, oh, okay, I'll probably wind up working, with her too, since I'm doing her sister and brother's place. And he knows Jess, Maxine's son, and, been friends with him a long time and all that. So, so we had a good call last night, and he'll be there in place of where Jasmine was going to be. And then, but I have to call everyone.
You got the Steeler colors up there, Mark. I see you.
Oh, is that your?
I got my Steeler hat on.
Craig Gray Mark. Okay.
Yeah, Mark Hightower.
Okay. So, yeah, that is what I was speaking about with him. So right now the order will still be Pastor and Joe opens it up, welcomes people, and then you and I will get up and talk. You can talk about, I'll actually welcome people at first and give some housekeeping about where the restrooms are, just different stuff, what we expect to accomplish that day, what we intend to provide as resources for builders and everything. And then you can talk about us, right? How this started.
Pretty much how this got started.
Exactly.
I'm going to spend 2 minutes. That's it.
I know. Trust, I'm going to have, like at a funeral, you got 2 minutes, bruh. I'm going to be watching.
Nah, just hold up your hand when there's like 10 seconds left.
Right.
So I know, because I'm not going to be knowing. I'm going to practice my little spiel.
I already know what you're going to do, and I'm not even worried about you. The ones that I'm going to be doing that, watching the clock with, will be the builders, because they have 15 minutes, because there's so many of them. Right. And I will let them know when they have 5 minutes left and 2 minutes left, I'll tell them it's time to wrap it up. So I am going to have all of them there by 10. I'm going to be there at like 9, but I'm going to have everybody come by 10. That way I can speak with them separately beforehand to make sure that they're aware that you have 15 minutes max, right? After I'll introduce Jeff, have him come and talk about the regulations as far as the CAL FIRE, state regs and easements and setbacks and why you have to build with hardscaping and all of that. And then Kendra is the first one up from Kendra Custom Homes. And then it's going to be Sal. I decided to do it in the order that we brought people on the show. Because that's fair. Yeah, exactly. That's fair. So after Sal, it will be Williams Homes. That will be Patrice and her group, Lance or whoever's coming with her. And then Ariel didn't come on, but I'm going to have Ariel come next and then Allison, because I'm also trying to break it up where it's women, men, all that. And then Justin Love. And then after, I got to put, what's your name in there? 1, 2,
Melissa?
3, 4. Huh? No, Ellen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to put Ellen in after Ariel. I got to call Ellen today too. And then after Ellen, I'm going to put, who did I say? Oh, it's either going to be Justin or Allison. Probably Justin, then Allison, and then this gentleman, Ramon, will kind of bring the end up for the builders. And then it would be Melissa, because she's BIA. She's not a builder, but she's BIA. And then that would close us out. And after that, we'll do some Q&A. Also, before I kick it off to my brother to do the CAL FIRE stuff, I'm going to do some acknowledgments of the people that are there from California Office of Emergency Services, from SBA, and from FEMA, because they're not presenting, but they will be there. And then there will be Q&A in the back. and I'm sorry, there will be Q&A for probably 30 minutes. I don't think that we're going to have 30 minutes of Q&A, but it could. And so if we do 30 minutes of Q&A, if we finish all the builders by 1 and do 30 or so minutes of Q&A, and then they can all break off and go speak directly to the builders themselves that they feel that they, connected with, then we'll do that. But part of the housekeeping again will be, hey, we see that all of you are here. There may be realtors here. There may be additional builders here. Please don't try to solicit anyone, because anyone on this panel is not soliciting. We're simply making them available, and we're simply saying these are the services they provide. These are the companies that we've spoken to, we have vetted. Some are going to bring materials, others will not, but they'll have full presentations. And because I told a couple of them, bring some materials that you're currently building a project with, like leftover, right? Whether it's stone or siding or whatever, since people are saying, well, are they going to have materials there or whatever, if they want to see textures, right?
Right.
Oh, okay. So anyway, it'll be that kind of thing, and then the discussion, and then, like I said, afterwards. Now, I do know I'm going to try to speak with the Cal Fire and not the Cal Fire, I'm sorry, the Cal OES and FEMA people to see if specifically they want to have a section where people can come and speak with them. And that will be upon check-in. And then the SBA, Gary from the SBA, he said he'll bring 2 or 3 of his people. They will have their laptops, and I'll figure out where I'll be able to put them. I'll figure that out early in the morning, because like I said, I'll be there at 9 and set up an area for them. And then that way, if anyone needs help with the application, because the deadline is in 3 days on Monday the 10th. So if anyone is there and needs help with those applications on spot, on site, hopefully there's enough time. And if not, they can maybe go directly with them over to 540 or whatever.
FEMA too, they're expiring on the 10th.
Yeah, and I keep saying things that both processes are very difficult, and people keep getting denied for FEMA and or SBA, and people are very frustrated because a lot of people are like, oh, we got that immediate $770 and everything else is nothing. Right, and everything else has been denied. So what are we supposed to do? And my thoughts are on that, we really don't know at the federal level what's being held up, because we do know that the administration that's in currently is trying to say, we'll give you help with strings, right, attached, because they want to have leverage over California and things like that. So that immediate need of $770 to help people maybe get a room for the night or something to eat or whatever.
You didn't even get that for a month.
Oh, it took that long?
Yeah.
Wow. So either way, yeah, that's not immediate, but people got that, I guess. And then now at 2 months in, people are having lots of challenges with their applications and all of that. And so I think it's important that the people that are coming are there. And if they feel like they need to speak about anything, we might be able to have them answer a few questions as well, and a spot where people can speak with them. So that's why I'm going to be there early. And when I see that certain people check in, I'll be able to, go from there and let them speak. So that's kind of the run of show, or the order of the event. And that's it. Yeah.
Well, today is not a good day because it is the actual 2-month anniversary of the fire. That's
6:32 p.m.
Yep. Happened this day, that night. And this town hall is like right on time, because people are realizing that, acknowledging that, and they see that there's movement in Altadena with the debris removal. So this is something that you can get a jump start on with finding out, even if you don't go with any of the builders there, at least you'll have some insight on your questions that you have, getting answers that you need. I would suggest taking notes, possibly. If we do stream it, we will have it on the replay. So if you can't make it and we do have it streamed, you'll be able to see it that way as well. I'm going to try to make that happen because that really needs to happen. So we're going to see. Regardless of what it is, all we need is a cell phone, and we'll be good. So, um, so yes, we're at the 30-minute mark. We don't really need to talk about too much more. We have lots of things to do to get ready, so it's going to be a short show.
So I'm sending you something right now in our WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, you guys sent something. Oh, you sent the thing about your tire. This was.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that,
so late. I'm so late in our WhatsApp.
I'll spend 2 hours taking that tire off that car, trying to save a AAA visit.
A AAA call out of the 4 you get.
Well, I only got 2 more left, so I'm not trying to use it.
Well, look, I never use mine because I'm always at home, working from home. So if you ever need one, I'll loan you one of mine.
Yeah, I don't usually have issues. It's like one time the car wouldn't start because I needed to replace a fuse or something, but I didn't know that. So I don't know about cars that much. I know how to change tires and stuff, but still. Do you want me to pop this up? Or is this a link you want me to make a short link for?
Yeah, so no, that's something. Yeah, you can pop it up. That is an article. There was a lady named Erin Rhodes. She is out of New York. She was originally from here, moved to New York many, many years ago, and had a fire in an apartment. And so she lost it. She was here at the time of the fire visiting family and was scheduled to go back. Fires happened, so she didn't. And so she wrote this article. She just texted to me and said it's now published live, and please tell your parents thank you so much for speaking with me about Altadena, because my parents are part of that article also. But that we can put the link if anybody wants to read this article about Black families in Altadena. And it's a really, really good article. That's why I kept looking down at my phone. I was skimming through it or whatever.
Oh, no, that's fine.
But yeah, she wrote this really nice article. So if you want to post it in the actual chat too, so people can look at it.
Well, I'm gonna make a short link of it because it's really too long.
Yes, and I know how you are with these links.
Yeah, because man, that's
for me. I'll just post a link. You'd be like, nope.
I know, but people will be like, I can't watch the show and see that link at the same time. So, you know, we gotta make sure our audience can actually participate with the stuff that we bring to them. So, just give me 1 hot second so you can keep talking about that article. Now, what?
Yeah,
you said it had 4 families.
Well, there's families on here. So she talks about, and you can scroll down a little bit, 60 years ago, Pauline Townsend, who bought the house. And it tells a little bit about Pauline and the Perry family. And then talks about for Perry and her cousins growing up, you know, all of this, because she interviewed different families. She talks about the discrimination and redlining practices and the percentage of Black residents that declined from a peak of 43% in 1980 to around 18% today, and how by 1970 it was, as you see, 70%, right? And so, which is, I think, where people tend to say, oh, it's a historically Black town, but she just has done a lot of history and research and knows the percentages by year of how many Black families could purchase because there wasn't redlining, which we did talk about a little bit yesterday. And then go down some more, because she goes on to talk about, let's see, beyond the Perrys, it's another family down below. Can you scroll down? Okay, she talks.
Yeah, I'm trying to make this link at the same time.
I know. Talks about Farnsworth Park and where we did our summer. Yes. We had all our summer camp and all that up at Farnsworth. She went to nearby Charles White Park. And talks about the significance and why Charles White Park was named after the Black artists that lived in Altadena. Talks about the Black cowboys, Latino cowboys, the hiking trail, which is full of diverse people. Keep going down. Green space, yada, 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 low.
700,000 acres.
Yeah. And then she talks about the foothills mountains, the Gaskins, which are that picture is one of Lauren Randolph and Jordan Gaskins, and then
Your family.
then my parent, yeah. 6 years ago, Jack went out, yeah, 1968, Into the Eden Fire. And just about everything we did. And my mom saying, like, they didn't have to get in a car to go anywhere. We could hike, which we could because we went right up to Rubio Canyon. We went to the top of Lake.
Right. So many trails.
Yeah, my mama being a Girl Scout leader, at the Girl Scout house down there in Mariposa across from the library, just all that different stuff. And so really, really neat article where she interviewed some of the Black families in Altadena, and that was it. Her initially, when she contacted me she literally somehow, she's amazing. She found me because she wanted to do an article on all the families from Lake.
I like this last line. She wrote, the fire burned so much, she said, and all of those trees are still standing there.
Yeah.
That's so dope.
Yeah. But on Wapello, between Lake and Mount Curve, that block, and she tried to interview as many of the families on that block as she could, but I guess she couldn't get all of them. But she was able, but literally she called my parents, not their current house phone number, which obviously was no longer there. But she found like the phone number when I was growing up, the 213 phone number. And I was like, oh, that's a long time ago. And then somehow she called
when everything was 213.
Yeah. And she called me one day and I was like, hello, and she was like, hi, I'm looking for, me basically. And she was like, I'm looking for the Baileys. And I said, this is Tony Bailey. She goes, yeah. But she found us like online, found me in one of the books. I mean, one of the Facebook groups or whatever, I guess. She was like, Antoinette. And so I connected her with my parents. I asked them when they wanted, because this was like the first week and, they were not trying to be interviewed. And so it wound up that she did that article, which is really, really nice. And just like how that day we were up there and the man from National Geographic saw us when we were walking up Ewing and did our whole photo shoots and all that later. But yeah, so her name is Erin Rhodes. So it's a nice article if people want to read it themselves and, pass it along. It just gives some really good context into Altadena and talks about the Black families in Altadena, right? And
there's the link. AltadenaTalks.org/Sierra Club article. Trying to make it as plain as possible. All lowercase. Okay, well, I think that brings us to a head. So
it does.
We appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow at the town hall.
The town hall.
Don't forget, you can still RSVP by going to AltadenaTalks.org/Builders Town Hall. And that will get you a seat in the house. There are probably going to be some walk-ups, but you're not guaranteed to get a seat. So you might want to RSVP. Plus, you might not get something to eat. You're going to be there for 3 hours. So, we're taking care of all this stuff for you. So come check it out. And Ziva, thank you too for all of your support. We got your background up there. Ziva has kindly given us licensure to use her logo, which is, I'm going to take both of those out so they can see it. And there you have it. That's the background. Thanks to Ziva. We really appreciate you. And Elaine, we'll see you tomorrow. Hope you've been sharing this on your page because you're going to be there and people are going to want to talk to you. And I need the link to sign up our nonprofit to the Chamber of Commerce since we are almost to the point of having the determination letter. So, you know what, Ziva, you're doing enough. Just coming on, sharing with people that you know. See, you gotta remember, we are all from Altadena, but we all aren't the same age. So Tony's a little bit older than me. I'm a little bit older than Ziva, but we have specific genres of friends. So Tony might know people from her class that I don't know. I might know people from Ziva's class that Tony doesn't know. It's like a whole.
What class was Ziva?
Z, what class were you? 87, 88, something like that?
Oh, because what were you, Brian? 80 what?
I was 85.
Okay, my brother was
That's
86.
our 40th year reunion this year. We're trying to figure out if we're going to have it because so many people displaced, and pandemic for our 35th shut that down, so we couldn't even meet. Yeah, she's 87.
Okay. So tell
Yeah.
me, what is Elaine, when are they doing that? You're saying that they are going to give
She's actually Jamal's class.
129984. Hold on, I'm sorry, I'm looking at something at work. They're going to give clearance for the water. Lincoln Avenue is that supposed to happen today, or you just popped it up there randomly, Elaine? Can't just be halfway giving something.
Now you gotta give us the link, girl. Stop playing. We're gonna get
the
you.
link or more context than just link is that supposed to happen today or what? She just like, hey.
Yeah, I'm so bummed. I gotta go get a new the fix the tire is gonna be $275. Not looking forward to that because I got an event I gotta be at all week next week. So I'll be doing the show on location. You won't be able to tell the difference, but yeah, maybe the internet will be faster.
I don't even want to think about tires on this car I got. I don't want to think about nothing on this car I got, to be honest. As a matter of fact, registration is due this month because it's like a year old now.
I just paid mine.
On the 20th. And I'm just like, oh, Jesus, my little 100 and something on my little car. This one, I'm like, oh, that's a whole lot.
Yeah.
But if I had to buy tires for this joker, man. So I feel you. And it does not have a spare because, it's a whole battery underneath. So they don't.
Yeah, so you need roadside assistance like immediately.
Who you telling? AAA. Well, plus if I couldn't go anywhere, AAA has to come.
Oh, that's funny, Z. So you gotta. How big is your TV? Like our heads are all big on your TV, 87-inch. Look.
You're so dumb.
I know. I watch it on the TV downstairs. I'm like, dang, my head is humongous up there. Everybody else be like way back here looking all professional. I'll be up here like CNN, look like this mode right here. Okay, today, folks, we are going to be doing what we need to be doing today. Right, you can leave your picture there.
Yeah, I'll leave your picture and I'll talk from over here.
I can't do that. It shows all the clothes in the background.
Right. I
need my green screen.
That's what I might do from now on for Tony Talks. I'll just leave the picture up and talk.
Oh, like they be doing on the Altadena Town Council when the lady come on like she didn't do her hair. No, it's funny. I said, that's not professional. This is the first town hall and you putting a background picture.
Hey.
Yeah, she said, y'all big.
big.
On the TV. So you can see the pimples. Well, we appreciate you guys.
Seeing everyone tomorrow. Give you some time back. I know I need some time back today. I have so much to do. So thank you all thank you all that are registered and that will be there tomorrow. Hopefully we're providing a really good service to our community that people get value out of. That's our goal.
I think it's going to be a successful event because it's the first of its kind. We're always known for setting trends. We've been setting trends since the show started. It's crazy. But we're happy to know that people are getting value out of it, just like you said, and we're getting value out of the podcast as well. So thank you all for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow.
Toodles.
Of course, now since I can't